Very well, now it's time to learn some chords. A chord is a combination of 3 or more notes. So let's get started with the most basic chord, the major chord. This kind of chords use 3 notes, so they are also known as triads. And this is the major triad. How to build a triad? Well, there are many ways to do that. For example, let's start with the note C, as usual. We know our C major scale, and so if you want to build a C major chord or C major triad, you have to use the first note, which is known as the root of the chord, and then you use a third and a fifth. So, as we know the intervals, we know that this is a major third, and this is a perfect fifth, right? So, the major chord is made of a major third and a perfect fifth. And this is the basic sound. It has a very stable sound. It sounds kind of happy. It's kind of happy chord for some ears, but this is the idea. And how do you represent this chord with a chord symbol? Well, it's very simple. You just place the name of the note like this. This chord symbol means that it's a major triad. Let's do another example. E major chord. So if I want to build the E major chord, I have to use my E major scale. Okay, and I take the root, my first note, then the third, a major third, and a perfect fifth. And the chord symbol is just an E. Let's do one last example, D flat major. So D flat, I have it here, I know my scale. So I take the root, the third, and the fifth. It's D flat, F natural, and A flat. It's very important to name the notes properly, as we saw with the intervals. I cannot call this a G sharp. Why? Because G sharp is not part of the D flat major scale. So I have to go with order to make the things clear. D flat, F natural, and A flat. Okay? Now, there are other ways to learn to build chords, and I'm going to share that tip for you, but I don't recommend to use this technique a lot because it's better if you think about the intervals or the scale. This will be better for you. But if you are in a hurry and you need to create a major chord in a really fast way, you just take a note, for example, the note E, as we saw before, and you just count the formula 4-3. 4 half steps and then 3 half steps. I can count from this place 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps, 1, 2, 3, 3 half steps. And we will get the same result. 4-3 is the formula. For example, if we are on C major, we count 4 half steps and then 3. 4-3. So this is another way to get a major chord, but it's very important to try to think in your chords in terms of intervals or part of your major scale.